For our teams, because we have our thumbs up from our FTA drivers behind the line. 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, we have 5 moving robots on the field so far. We already have 1 Coral on the 4th level of that reef for 292 and 4485. Gets a second one for that Blue Alliance. That's going to get them a good padding of points going into our tele-operated period. That was just pre-programmed instructions. Now drivers have control of their robots. Let's see the strategies that they employ to get as many points as possible in this match. 292 is making some cycles back and forth from that human player station. A member of their team is going to feed them a coral piece, and they're going to strategically place that onto their reef. 4485 is going to focus on the algae aspect of this match. They are grabbing algae off the reef and putting it into that net in the barge. That is going to earn the Alliance 4 points for each algae in that barge, and it also frees up space on that reef for coral to be placed. Over on the Red Alliance, we have 10-3, 3-2. Also, with that algae strategy, it looks like they are making their way over to the processor, which is that black cutout on either side of the field. They're going to score that algae in the processor. That gets 6 points to the Alliance. Also can work their way towards the cooperation bonus, lowering the ranking point threshold from 4 levels filled to 3 levels filled. 1747 is working on filling up their reef. They're also picking up a coral from their human player. 4485 is still over on the Blue Alliance working with that algae. 292 is working with the coral. They're tag teaming it here. They're trying to get as many game pieces scored as possible. Look how full that barge is getting. They scored a algae into their processor as well. That's 6 points, but allows the opposing alliance's human player to score it in the net for their alliance, which is going to be 4 points for the other alliance. That's a net of 2 points still, and like I said before, working towards the cooperation bonus. Both alliances have 1 algae scored in that processor so far. They're trying to get 2 so that threshold can be lowered. Right now we have just under 20 seconds left in the match. You're going to see robots climbing onto those cages on midfield. 1747 is lining up. 292 is already up for the Blue Alliance. 5 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. We have 2 robots up, 1 on each alliance, and 2 parked on the Blue Alliance. Let's give a round of applause for our teams. They won with a score of 130-60. They had 63 coral points, 42 algae points. That's quite high scoring for algae in this game. That moves all 3 of those teams on the Blue Alliance up in the ranks as they got 5 ranking points for their work in that match. Congratulations to the Blue Alliance.